One thing that makes these movies essential, I think, is the directors. They all have such great, unique visions for their movies. You can't make a movie without a really good director.
A lot of them were true mavericks. In their hand, it could turn into something amazing that we're sitting here talking about now, and how wonderful that each and every one of these directors had such a strong point of view.
If you want anything, just tap on the wall. I'll be in the office.
Thank you, Mr. Bates.
Norman Bates.
One of the most essential, if not the essential, thriller of all time.
I would say it's so, too. This took me a long time to get to really love Psycho. I mean, the first time I saw it, I was a little appalled that Hitchcock had so veered into the horror film genre. This seemed like so unlike Hitchcock. And everything in the 60s was starting to go in that direction. So it took me a long time to really like it. Now I really do like it. And I think it's a fascinating film almost right down the line.
Have I broken any laws?
No, ma'am.
Then I'm free to go.
Is anything wrong?
Of course not. Am I acting as if there's something wrong?
One of the great things about this is it really is, for me, kind of the joy of getting to, I feel like I'm seeing two films in one. You know, so there's very clearly, for a long time, I would only remember the first half. And then I only remember the second half. And then I see it again, and it becomes, you know, as one.
Don't want to blow the surprise since, for those that haven't seen it yet, but there is a very definite reason that he did it as a two-part film, as it were. Also, I think the actors are very, very good in it. Tony Perkins is so good in it, it kind of reshaped his career, because before this movie, Tony Perkins was always best known to us as playing usually kind of shy, sensitive guys. This so changed the direction of his career that he was kind of then identified with horror films. And I always felt kind of badly in a way about that, because I think he was too good an actor to be just categorized as a horror film actor.
I think so too, but I think there's something funny about, you know, he was very pretty. I wouldn't say handsome. To me, he was very pretty. And there's, I think that kind of a guy is always, it just kind of throughout history, kind of suspect. Men suspect them, women suspect them, they're up to no good. So somehow getting to reveal his pathos in this film, and because he did it so frighteningly well, with this very calm face, then I'm sure at any time anybody ever met him, you know, what is this man thinking?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it to sound uncaring.
What do you know about caring? Have you ever seen the inside of one of those places? The laughing and the tears, and the cruel eyes studying you. My mother there.
The bottom line is a really fine actor.
It's a
really
fine
good
actor and in a fine movie.
Yeah, Janet Leigh's very good in this movie.
Yeah.
John Gavin's very good in the movie. Vera Miles, Martin Balsam, everybody's good in the film.
The score, though, Bernard Herrmann.
Yeah. And I also think this is a movie that had to be in black and white, because that kind of black and white graininess and look to it helped add to the terror and the coldness and the fright of the film. But it's a Hitchcock film, and I think the star, no matter what, is
Hitchcock.
Albert Hitchcock.
Well, here we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here's the film the AFI chose as the #1 movie thriller of all time. From 1960, Psycho. Are you scared?
I did get scared. Yes, that's a very creepy movie. No matter how many times you see it, there's certain things in it and you kind of go, you know, just waiting for it to happen.
It's interesting also, Hitchcock uses so many different angles and shadows when he shoots Anthony Perkins to kind of show, I think, obviously, like in a subtle way, his twisted frame of mind. I mean, you don't really notice it, you know, what he's doing at first, but for me, once I started paying attention to different things, having seen it a lot of times.
Camera gets more tilted every time.
When it's him.
Yeah.
And just kind of slightly askew.
Also, we talked about before the movie about how this is kind of in two parts. Well, Hitchcock wanted people to get so involved in the Janet Leigh story with John Gavin and her stealing the money and going away, that they would never conceive that she was going to get knocked off in the first half of the movie.
Well, it's a total trick. Who does that? One is Janet Leigh, so you know she is, and you know.
And you're involved in her story.
This movie is about $40,000 being stolen, and how this woman's going to get away from it, how she's going to make it to where she's going, or is she actually going to turn it back in?
Right.
What is she going to do? Is she going to go to jail, and then
all of a sudden she's bumped off?
Loose.
So that was the big shocker, big surprise.
Well, I'm so glad we got to watch a movie we both love.
Both of us.
This video brought to you by StockAgogo.com, Stock Photos.